Alright, today we're just going to share with you guys how to make your Edelkrone sliderplus slider smoother if there is some vibration with when you attach the maybe motor module or like head plus or head 1 and it's a little bit wibbly wobbly. Some may be caused by the slider itself. So we're going to share with you guys some tips and hope you guys will comes up with them with some good video footage and yeah, comes up with some masterpiece. So first you need to check out your belt. The belt need to be as tight as possible. So yeah, the out of the box setup, the belt, the gear belt is pretty loose, so you need to make sure just the belt, if it's super loose, maybe like this, it's gonna yeah. if you out of box, sometimes it will come on like this. You need to like adjust the screws over here and make it tighter, make it like pretty stiff, as stiff as possible. It will comes out with the best results. So second, also this is the version 5 of sliderplus Pro V5. So we have several screws we need to adjust. So we have a screw in the box like this, Allen wrench. So first you gotta like make sure the plate, call this top plate. So this is the top plate. We have actually some wheels on top and at the bottom. So top bowls. We have some top wheels and bottom wheels. So we're going to make sure without any camera load on top, the bottom wheels are always stick to the track, the slider track, all the time, no matter, without any camera. So you need to tighten these 4 screws to make sure these 4 wheels at the bottom always touches the slider rails. Okay. So just tighten it, don't over tighten it, just touches the rail all the time. But if you tighten it too tight, the resistance, the drag will be pretty high. So right now it's still like sliding on top of the rail, but if you over tighten these 4 screws, it will be like pretty stiff, and the motor module will like use more power and it will be crazy unstable. So just tighten 4 wheels touches the rails. So this is the first step. So the top plate, after the top plate, we're going to do some adjustment over here at the center. So we have another 4 wheels, 8 wheels actually, 4 pairs of wheels. So we need to like adjust. It's the same. You need to make sure it touches the rails, the slider rails all the time. So you can push down, put a little bit force at the end, then just like feel the wheels, I will call it wheels. So just make sure everything is slightly touches the rails at all time, but don't over tighten these screws, these 4 screws. Over tighten these 4 screws will comes out with some shaky results. Just pretty much the same. Yep. So after these 4 screws barely touches the rails, slider rails, next we're going to adjust the center, tension spread. I call it spreader. I don't know what it's called, but it's actually spreading these 2 slider rails apart. So I don't know, can you guys see it? But we have some screws over here, and we can like spread them apart. So this is pretty important. So push your top plate to the end and slightly wiggle the entire slider by touching the top plate at the end. So just wiggle a little bit. So if you loosen the tension, the spreader, I call it spreader, a little bit, just if it's not enough, the entire slider, you will see like the rails and the center part is like a little bit wibbly wobbly. And you gotta tighten these screws and have enough spreading force to make the entire slider more stable. And also, yeah, it's the same. Don't over tighten these. It will comes out with some. So you gotta like do lots of experiment to make this slider as smooth as possible. So yeah, pretty much it. Yeah, just tighten it until, yeah, another side, wibbly wobbly. Yeah, I think it's the tripod is moving. Oh no, it's not enough. So you can see, definitely see the wheels and the rails. Are they doing some weird shake while you're shaking the top plate? If they're like moving a little bit, the wheels and the rails, they're moving a little bit, then you need to like spread the middle part, even just screw it even tighter to make more like spreading tension. So just make sure everything's good over here. Then everything will be creamy smooth. Okay? And yeah, I think pretty much it. So you gotta keep doing lots of experiment, because I just do lots of experiment and it comes out with some tuning procedure like this. So just fine tune your slider. So if you have some, also we can give you some other tips. If you don't want to like, if you have a heavier setup and you don't want the slider to like sag to bro your perfect level at the end, you can just tighten these 4 screws even tighter, but comes with some shaky movement if you just tighten these 4 screws all the way down to the tightest. So you gotta like find your balance, just keep testing, and you can find out your perfect setup, perfect Edelkrone setup. Yep. I think that's it, pretty much it. Yep. Okay, thanks for watching, and if you have like head 1 or motor module and you want to fine tune the motor, if there are still some wibbly wobbly shaking, you can check out the other videos I make. Yeah.